Hey everyone, today I wanted to make a dessert and share that with you. I'm going to be making an eggless tiramisu. So normally tiramisu would have raw eggs in the cream mixture, but I found a recipe online many years ago that I've changed slightly that didn't have any eggs in it, which works well if you can't have egg or you don't like egg or you just don't have any at the time, which is usually why I like eggless desserts. So to start, I've got a lovely baking dish and we need to make a coffee mixture. So traditionally it's bunching biscuits dipped in coffee, and then there's a layer of mascarpone cheese. So I'm going to start with my biscuit mixture. And I've got a container here that I use for dipping, and I've got 8 tablespoons of water in there, and to that I'm adding 4 shots of espresso coffee. So for me, I'm just using Nespresso capsules, and I might just add a little bit of water just to get all those nice bits that didn't come out. And I put the extra water in because I don't like it to be too strong in the coffee flavor. And then about 4 tablespoons of raw sugar, and that's just to sweeten the coffee a little bit. Now once this is mixed up, just going to dip our biscuits in it. Now they need to soak all the way through, but you don't want them to be really soggy, and if it doesn't get coffee all the way through, it might be a little dry in the middle. So you really do have to try and get the perfect balance. So that sugar has been mixed in, and I'll start on the biscuits. So it's 500 grams of biscuits, and they come in 300 gram packets, so it's roughly 2 packets. Now these aren't the ones I usually like, they're usually sealed off at the ends, but this is all you can get now. So just want to dip it in gently onto both sides, and as you can see with these, that has sort of gone through all the way through, and then we're just going to layer them in our tray. So just work quickly, get them in. If there's any sections where a full biscuit wouldn't fit, you can cut these a little bit, but don't know if you can see there, I've put one at the top, so 2 biscuits should fit perfectly all the way across without needing to cut any, so that's good. You can make this in a round, like a springform tin, and then you can sort of pull it out and it's like a cake. For those ones you would need to cut some biscuits to go into the corners. So this is a bit of a fiddly process, but once you get it done, it just goes into the fridge to set for about 2 to 4 hours, and then you're ready to serve. It's not a lot of steps involved. So just a couple more biscuits and we'll be ready. Let's see. Hopefully these will all fit. Getting close to the end. I don't know if you can see that, but there's probably enough room for about 1 more on each layer. Okay. 1 more on each end, I should say. Okay, that one there and 1 more. So just under 1 packet of biscuits we'll do, for 1 layer. But now put this aside for the moment. So we now need to do our cream mixture. So for my cream mixture, I've just got here some whipped cream, and I'm going to add in some mascarpone cheese. So mascarpone is a rich, smooth and sweet, great for desserts. It's Italian cream cheese. I've just got Woolworths brand, that was actually all they had. And so it's sort of like a spreadable cream cheese kind of consistency. You'll see, and it's 500 grams of this you want to 600 mils of thickened cream, and I forgot to show you my cream, very thick, so that's perfect. That's how you want the cream. And then just this is 250 grams, so 2 tubs of this mascarpone cheese. And I've also already added in and mixed in 60 grams of icing sugar, so that's about 1/4 cup. That just gives a bit of sweetness to the cream layer. So mix this, whisk this through Don't want to put it back in the KitchenAid mixer because I don't want to overdo the cream, because then all of this good produce is wasted. Siri, excuse me, that was weird. Okay, and then we just want to fold in that cheese and just make sure it's all completely folded in. And then I'm going to actually taste it just to make sure that it's sweet enough. Okay, so that's looking good. Oops, lost the packaging in there. Not good. Okay, so lucky that was on a plate. Now let's get all of this off of here. Okay, so whisk that a bit more. And then just get a bit on there. Just gonna check it. So it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. And yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, so now what I need to do, just trying to remember what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna add in the cream now. So I'll just get everything off this whisk. Can go in the sink. And we just want to get this and spread it over the top. So probably half of this will go on this layer. Okay. I'm just making a bit of a mess, but when it's cooking, that's what you do. I can see with these biscuits, they seem to be losing a bit of crumb on the top, so they obviously absorb very well. So I'm not sure how this is going to taste. I'm really disappointed they stopped making the Savoiardi biscuits as I like to buy, but still have to do. So that's it. So that's the cream layer in the middle. And for the chocolate, traditionally a tiramisu would have some cocoa powder sprinkled over the top, but I like to make it a little bit more sweet. And so I've got a flake chocolate, and I've just broken it up. We just sprinkle it over the top. Okay, so that's one layer of the tiramisu done. So now I need to repeat the process with the rest of the biscuits. So again, I'll dip the biscuits into the coffee, put them on top, finish with the cream on top, the rest of this flake chocolate. Then it'll take a minute or two, so I'll come back and I'll show you how it looks when it's done before I put it in the fridge. Alright, so my tiramisu is ready to go in the fridge now. So I've got the layer of sponge finger biscuits with the coffee, followed by a layer of the mascarpone and whipped cream mixture, another layer of biscuits, and another layer of the cream, finished with my beautiful flake chocolate on top. And of course there's some of that in the middle. I just wanted to show you another way you could make these, as I do have some leftover biscuits and things. It's actually a little bit of cream left over. You can put a bit more in the middle and use it all up. But yeah, I'm just gonna use what's left and make some individual ones. So I've got my cups here, just some little, these were dessert cups from Coles, I believe. So I bought some little mousse in a cup. I thought I'll keep these, they're quite cute. So get some biscuits to start off with, and just gonna cut them in half. And just going to quickly dip them in the coffee, and just going to put 2 of those into the bottom. Just sort of put them on top of one another, and then just quickly going to do a layer of this beautiful cream. Like that. Then of course another biscuit. Lovely. And then of course a bit more cream. It's looking good. So push them in, and that cream will come up the sides there. Fill that right up, and then just put plenty of this beautiful cream on the top and just spread it around so it's well covered. And then of course a little sprinkling of this crumbled up flake chocolate. Just try not to get it all over the bench. do. And there you have it, little individual tiramisu. You could probably also put cream on the bottom before the biscuits as well if you want. And another variation I make is with mango. So it's mango miso. With the biscuits, you dip them in a mixture of orange juice and a little bit of Grand Marnier, or just orange juice if you want them to be for anyone who can't have alcohol. And then once you make your whipped cream layer, put some fresh slices of mango on top, and then repeat with the biscuits, more cream, and then finish with mangoes on top. Yeah, so that's my recipe. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave a comment if you liked it. Thank you.